Well, welcome back everyone to another photography adventure. Today I'm out at Rib Mountain State Park in Wisconsin and gonna try to get some really cool pictures of fall colors. Okay, so I came across this beautiful little overlook. I got these rocks leading down the hill and this beautiful little bush thing in front of me that's turning like red and yellow and all sorts of fun colors, and there's a bunch of yellow trees in the background. So I'm gonna try to get a shot of this, go getting as much of that color as possible. Okay, that should be good. Chose to focus on the foreground at f9 to get as much color in there as possible, and ISO 100, so it should be nice and clear. But regardless, here it is. Okay, so came across another cool composition here. I've got all these gorgeous rocks I'm going to use as a foreground element, and then there's just nice yellow leaves on the trees behind them. So gonna again try to absorb as much of that color as possible with a good foreground and hope this turns out. So I'm gonna give it a shot on f9 because, you know, just that happy point I apparently love using. I'm gonna try to change that up just a little bit and get a couple different ones just in case I wasn't happy with the first composition. Okay, and I think that should do it. So here it is, hope you enjoy. Okay, so again, stopping to, because I found a neat little composition. I got these gorgeous little ferns mixed in with pine needles in the rocks. So gonna get a nice kind of close-up picture of those. And because this is shaded, I had to increase my ISO to 800, but better that than miss the shot. Okay, gonna take a few since I had to shoot it at a really low shutter speed. I'm at 1/30th of a second, so just to make sure I don't have any motion blur, I made sure to definitely shoot a few of them. But regardless, hope you enjoy the image. Okay, so something else fun to do when you're out in the woods in fall. And we can thank my mom for this composition. She picked up some leaves and arranged this, and we have a nice little color assortment of all the leaves on the ground here. So gonna try to shoot a good picture of this little composition. So I kind of want some depth to it, so I'm shooting it a little bit at an angle, and again I'm actually gonna bump it up to f11 to try to get even more color into the shot. Try one more time. Need to move this one in just a hair bit more. Let's go with that. And so I got my focus right on the front leaf. And I'm gonna actually focus stack this by clicking a couple other places. Okay, so I should have a few shots. Depending on which one I like more, I might end up focus stacking that in post, but hopefully you enjoy it, and here it is. Okay, so I came across another neat little composition here. We got this little rock overlook just overlooking everything down below. There's some gorgeous yellow trees and this rock I'm using as foreground subjects, and then have the background just as the giant valley behind. Not really sure it's a valley, it's more just flat from that point on, so whatever you want to call it. So drop my ISO down to 100 again and sticking with F11 to try to keep with getting as much color as possible. And see what we can do. And actually, so mild change of plans. I'm gonna end up going with a pano for this one, so it'll be a vertical pano to try to get a little bit more detail into this, because I'm using a 28mm lens and it's just not quite getting the composition I want. Okay, so there we go. I think I did 5 or 6 shots for this pano. So I'm gonna stitch them together, overlapped them all by about 50% to help with that process. But regardless, here's the finished result. Okay, so we have finished the blue trail here at Red Mountain State Park. Just about back to the car, so I figured I should film a little outro. But hopefully you've enjoyed the shots so far, and if you did, definitely be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and hopefully I will see everyone next time.